Chanted the thing already?
But for the live, bro. Live, you want to.
Chant.
प्रभूतवीरुत्तृणगुल्मगह्वरे कठोरदंशैर्मशकैरुपद्रुतः क्वचित्तु गन्धर्वपुरं प्रपश्यति क्वचित् क्वचिच्चाशुरयोर्मुखग्रहम्
Prabhuta, a very large number, Viruts, of creepers, Prana, of varieties of grass, Gulma, of thickets, Gavare, in the bowels, Katura, cruel, Damsei, by bites, Masakai, by mosquitoes, Upadrutaha, disturbed, Kwachit, sometimes, too, but Gandharvapuram, a false palace created by the Gandharvas, Prapashyati, he sees, Kwachit, and sometimes, Kwachit, sometimes, Cha, and Asuraya, very quickly, Urmukha, like a meteor, Graham, of fin. How you pronounce that? A fin, is it? Huh? Pen. Fian. Translation: in this forest there are dense bowers composed of thickets of bushes, grass, and creepers. In these bowers, the conditioned soul is always disturbed by cruelly biting mosquitoes, envious people. Sometimes he sees an imaginary palace in the forest, and sometimes is bewildered by seeing a fleeting fin or ghost, which appears like a meteor in the sky. In this forest, there are dense bowers composed of thickets of bushes, grass, and creepers. You don't play with him. Hello? Let him sit on the side. I know you like him very much. In these bowers, the conditioned soul is always disturbed by cruelly biting mosquitoes, envious people. Sometimes he sees an imaginary palace in the forest, and sometimes is bewildered by seeing a or ghost which appears like a meteor in the sky. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The material household is actually a whole of fruitive activity. Jai Shri Radha. To earn a livelihood, one engages in different industries and trades. And sometimes one performs a great sacrifice to go to higher planetary system. Apart from this, at least everyone is engaged earning a livelihood in some profession or occupation. In this dealing, one has to meet many undesirable people, and their behavior is compared to the biting of mosquitoes. This creates very undesirable condition Even in the midst of this disturbance, one imagines that he's going to construct a grand house and live there permanently. Although he knows that he cannot, gold is compared to a quickly fleeting fan. It appears like a meteor in the sky. It displays itself for a moment and is then gone. Generally, karmis are attracted to gold or money, but these are compared here into ghosts and witches. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnanam Gnananikaya Chakshodannilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Srirupam Sagajatam Samagana Raghunathan Vitam Samsari Shadvitam Savadutam Parajanam Zaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shagan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchna Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namarom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedant Swamiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desadharini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvai Jagadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a topic by King Bharat Maharaj. He is speaking to King Rahugana and is now talking about this material entanglement. Basically means family attachment. So this is his topic. This whole chapter is about how one is getting entangled, and in this process is trying to become happy. Yes, yes. Huh? So he's giving all these conditions in trying to become happy in family situation, but his soul is always disturbed by cruelly biting mosquitoes, envious people. In this material world, uh, when the living entity comes here, it is explained in the Gita. What is that condition? What is the condition? Uh, Ichha Divise 7, 7:27. So what is this verse? Ichha Divise Samutena Dvandva Mohena Bharata Sarva Bhutani Sammoham Sargayanti Parantapa. O scion of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. So these are the the basis of everyone in this material, they have got two things, desiring and hatred or envy. So everybody, can you put that picture straight a bit? Looks still odd. And the other one also. See, all out of shape. Why? What happened? Just now you took out the leaves, huh? You must have messed it up. Yeah, put it all straight. Huh? I've got a problem because I don't like to see things not straight, I just get a little bit seeing things. They all not straight, Prabhu. Yeah. I wish I could see like that Krishna everywhere straight. So you see, hello, come here and see what you're doing. You're going on the wrong direction, Prabhu. Okay, come here and see. Hello. I think you have to change your glasses.
No, he's artist. He's artist.
Yeah, that's better. The other one too also. That also is messed up. All of them not. So this is the point. In the material world, everyone is disturbed by these two qualities. What is that? And they are always envious. Is it not? So being conditioned by this, everyone is in a very disturbed condition. Everyone is in a disturbed. They're trying to alleviate this problem by trying to change things around. But it's not going to work. Like what it says, trying to shift the burden from here to, what is that verse? There's two, this verse is two times, shifting burden from here to here, and then to the head, and then what? Hmm?
It's spoken by an artist.
Huh?
Narcissist or whatever.
4:29:33.
4:29:33. A man may carry a burden on his head, and when he feels it to be too heavy, he sometimes gives relief to his head by putting the burden on his shoulder. In this way, he tries to relieve himself of the burden. However, whatever process he devises to counteract the burden does nothing more than put the same burden from one place to another. You understand this point? And so that's what the material world is all about. They're trying to, find a solution. This way, he's trying to relieve himself, but he's getting more and more entangled. Yes? This household problem, it is not really, if you go and stay in a house and try to make things go better, it's very difficult. Explain here again. You want to change this?
Sukhaya dukkha mokshaya. Kurvate dampati kriya. Kurvate dampati kriya. ततो निवृत्ते अप्राप्ते
ततो निवृत्ते अप्राप्ते
दुःखस्य च सुखस्य च
दुःखस्य च सुखस्य च।
As husband and wife, a man and a woman plan together to attain happiness and decrease unhappiness, working jointly in many ways, but because their activities are full of desires, these activities are never a source of happiness and they never diminish distress. On the contrary, they are cause of great unhappiness. Isn't it a fact? You are looking at the householder. Hello? You're looking at the householder. Huh? You're happy. Why? You're wearing saffron. Tell me. Yes? Understand, this is the basis and not going to solve the problem. Not going to solve the. Because you see, they try to diminish their distress, but it is not going away. You follow? It is an entanglement. I think there's another verse also, from what's his name? That what's his name? 7. In this human life, in this human form of life, man and woman unite for sensual pleasure of sex. But actual action, by actual experience, we have observed that none of them are happy. Therefore, seeing the contrary result, I have stopped taking part in materialistic activities. You see how, uh, yes, is it not? These are all. Why this is happening? Because if you get into this, you develop not good qualities, you develop what? Bad qualities. That explains, and there's another word. Not 5. I think it's the prayer by the Narsimhadev. Where is that? 5. Prayer of Narsimhadev. 5, 18, 14, I think. Yeah. So you see here, again, Narsimhadev is saying this, and this verse. Why this is so? Therefore, O demons, give up the so-called happiness of family life and simply take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnudev, which are the actual shelter of fearlessness. Entanglement in family life is the root cause of material attachment, indefectible desires. What's the meaning of indefectible? Huh?
Never fatigue.
Never?
Indefatigable. No fatigue. Without fatigue. The desires never stop.
Desires never stop. Moroseness, anger, despair, fear, and the desire for false prestige, all of which result in the repetition of birth and death. See, he's saying it's miserable, he's saying it's envious, saying this, and now you see the Lord is describing all these bad qualities that will come and their connection with family. You see how the whole thing is very, very entangling. We just read desire and hate, correct? From desire and hate, first is enviousness, then we went to desire and hate, right? And then it says that this you try, how hard you try also cannot be. What? Can. Huh? In fact, this trying is explained in another place. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's the verse. Just as aquatics always desire to remain in the vast mass of water, all conditioned living entities naturally desire to remain in the vast existence of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, if someone very great by material calculation fails to take shelter of the Supreme Soul, but instead becomes attached to material household life, his greatness is that, like that of a young, low-class couple one who is too attached to material life loses all good spiritual qualities. Hello? Do you understand? You understand this verse? Huh? His greatness is like that of a young, low-class couple. Huh? One who is too attached to material life loses all good spiritual. I have explained now, up to now, that family life is the result of a lot of not so good. So what's the solution? Don't have family, Prabhu. I will not go back anymore to my house. So what's the solution? There must be a solution. Not that there's no solution. Huh? The solution is to surrender to Krishna. That is the solution. It's not that there's no solution. There's a solution. Correct? Yes. I was just thinking about this, surrendering. We all know this verse, right? Very well. Surrendering means what? 6 qualities, right? Everybody know, right? What is it? Huh? So this is the 6 qualities of surrender. Here, I'm sure you must be very familiar with this verse. Anukulasya sankalpa, pratikulasya varjanam, rakshayati visvaso, gopatre varanam tata, atma nichepa, karpanya satpida, sharanam gatihi. So here the first one, it means the 6th division of surrender are the acceptance of those things favorable to devotional service. Number 1. The rejection of unfavorable things. Number 2. The conviction that Krishna will give protection, the acceptance of the Lord as one guardian or master, full surrender and humility. These are the 6 forms. Now I was just thinking this number 1, favorable and unfavorable, how do you define that? It can be in many, it's very broad, no? Correct. I think what I like, maybe this is what Krishna liked, correct? Isn't it? I can I can go into many directions, isn't it? But exactly what is this surrender? Huh? I want some verses. Huh? Not really quite to the answer. Here, the definition of this: a pure devotee must not cherish any desire other than to serve Krishna. He cannot have anything. He should not offer worship to the demigods or to mundane personalities. Oh, really? He should not cultivate artificial knowledge which is devoid of Krishna consciousness. And he should not engage himself in anything other than Krishna conscious activity. One must engage all of one's purified senses in the service of the Lord. This is the favorable execution of Krishna consciousness. You think this verse is relevant? Huh? You see the thing that you have to do. What is that? You see, it's all defined. Correct? The first thing, what is that? A devotee, a pure devotee must not cherish any desire other than to serve Krishna. No other. And he qualify that. He should not offer worship to the no go. No, Prabhu, the gopis pray to, Katyayani for getting Krishna. I will pray to Shiva is Mahajan. Sorry, what's he? Sambho, what? Vaishnava. Top. I will go and ask him something for Krishna. Yeah? Yes? You see how? Hello? Today is Ganesh Chaturthi, Prabhu. I will go and pay my respect to God. You see this point here. And added, another word is added. Or to mundane. Who is that mundane personalities? Very clear. Very. Surrender means what? Cannot do all this nonsense. Cannot. He should not cultivate artificial knowledge. What is this artificial knowledge? What is this artificial knowledge? Huh? Huh? Wasting time. He should not cultivate artificial, which is devoid of Krishna consciousness. Yes? Correct? And he should not engage himself in anything other than Krishna conscious activity. And one must engage all of one's purified senses in the service of Lord. This is the favorable execution of Krishna conscious action. And then what is the next one? You said? Huh? That I covered here. It is the do, no, here, all here, right? Yeah? Yes? What is the third one? And Gopatre. What is Gopatre?
Considering the Lord as one guardian or master.
Considering the Lord as one guardian or master. And then, okay, this two. You know where is this two covered? These 2 points, in which shloka it is covered? Huh? That is not. Huh?
Which one? Third and fourth.
This in the Bhagavad Gita 9:24. Here in this verse, Aham he sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhu eva cha natu mam abhijanante tattvena chavanti te. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifice. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. So, in other words, Krishna is the protractor. Is the Kauntaya Pratijane Ma Bhakta and Gopatre means what? Huh? Yes, see, he is the only enjoyer, the master of all sacrifice. Only person is the what? There is no other person who is a guardian or a. Yes. And if you don't do it, you will fall down. You will what? Fall down. Krishna said, you don't accept this, you will fall down. In other words, you accept any other guardian or any other what? Protector, it will not going to work. And then the other one, he says, I am the only shelter. Yes? Isn't that fact? Third one, where is it said? He is the only shelter. Where? Huh? What is that verse? Just now you quoted. Balasya neha pitaro narishinga. 7? 9? 19. So here you can see here again. In this verse, Balasya neha sharanam pitaro narishinga. Nartasya chagadam swanti majato nau. Taptasya tat prativitatya. Ihanja sestata. Tavad vibhu tanudritam tavad upekchitanam. This word upekchitanam, neglect. You know, this word is a very important word. O Lord, nourishing a Dev, O Supreme, because of a bodily concept of life, embodied soul neglect and not cared for by you, cannot do anything for their betterment. Whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child, a physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient, and a boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. So the only shelter, the only person is the Lord. Yes? You understand? So if you try to take shelter of anything else, So the example is given, a father and mother cannot protect the, or the physician cannot give you medicine to also. Eve, the word here is this is the word. Whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent if you cannot do anything for their betterment. If you, that you is who? Who is that? The Lord. So our shelter should be the Supreme Personality of. So we should understand this in this way, how the Lord is. And the other one is what? Atmani. What is that?
Full self-surrender. Full self-surrender.
Full?
Self-surrender.
Full self-surrender. I guess it comes under here, right? Does it comes here? Huh? Because you also can give the example of Bali Maharaj, right? That one is Atman Nivedanam. Huh? Huh? Correct? What is that? Atman Nivedanam? What verse is that? 7, 5, 23, is it? That 9 forms of devotional service. What is that? The last one? Atma? Atma Nivedanam. That means what? Complete surrender. Yes? Yes? So where's the example? Of course, the example is Bali Maharaj. Eh? Sisaksham last. Either you love me or you trample me. I am completely surrendered to you. Yes, it's a very good one. What is that? 20? I think it's 21. Huh? You chant every morning. Yes. So this is 47. So here we chant every morning. Ask Lisa. Huh? Is that? Vapadaratam pinastumam adarsham marma hatam karotiva yatatava vidadatulam pato man prananatastu sa eva napara. In this word, this one is not translated in this word here. This thing is not translated in. You know what the meaning of this? Huh? Krishna is referred to as a. That means what? Even though you are doing all these things, are running around with so many women, I am still surrendered to you 100%. Because this part is. It's not translated. Prabhupada, Let Krishna tightly embrace this maidservant who has fallen at his lotus feet, or let him trample me or break my heart by never being visible to me. He is a debauchee after all and can do whatever he likes, but still he alone and no one else is the worshipable Lord of my heart. So this is Atman Nivedanam, complete, Even Bali Maharaj, he gave everything. Huh? Gave his what? His head. Yes? Do what you like. Suppose I give my head to you means what? Do whatever you like. Finish. Yes? And of course, the last one is humility. So where is this humility? Let others. I know you are a Pandit. I want to hear from all the other Pandits who are very silent. Let them think, get their brains work. Where is this humility? Hello? Very good. At least you know that, huh? What is the number?
8.
So this is humility, huh? No, not 2020.
21, sir.
Okay.
21.
All right. Tranarapi sunichena, taroapi saisuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya satahari. So this is the humility that has been defined. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, more tolerant than the tree, who does not expect personal honor, but is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. So there I've explained the six uh, surrender. Yes, I've explained the six. First one is what? Remember the verse? 19, 1, 6, 8. You remember? Then the other two we describe in the Bhagavad Gita, 9, 24. And then the food shelter is that 7, 9. And Atma Nivedanam is Shishastika prayer. And the humility is the Nada Pisunika. So I think we have described the six forms of surrender according to the. So if you take shelter of this, then there's a good chance that you will be protected by Krishna. But if you don't do this, it doesn't mean that you are a householder, means you cannot know. Everybody can take shelter of. It has no barrier. But how to do that? On that you must have a spiritual master. You cannot try to just go and surrender to Krishna on your own accord. That is very difficult to do. Impossible to do. Therefore, you must have a spiritual master. There's a verse. It says those who abandon the lotus feet of the spiritual master will encounter hundreds of problems. Yes, in their distressful practice is not going to work. So if you take the shelter of the spiritual master, unfortunately, we all have who? Huh? Who we have? So if we take shelter of Prabhupada and follow his instruction, then this surrender will automatically come by the mercy of the spiritual master. Yes, especially he is teaching us this first thing. What is that? What is that thing he teaches? Chant 16 rounds, follow the 4 principles, attend the morning program, take only Krishna Prasadam. These are basic guidelines. Anyone who departs from this, that is going to be a problem. Yes, especially waking up in the morning is very, very important. If a person does not do that, then he is opening his arms to all these problems that we have described just now. Yes, unlimited problems are going to come. That's why it's very important, especially if you are a householder, that you try to maintain this principle. Then there's some relief. In fact, it's not going to be a problem. You can see here in this verse. So in this verse, Still going on this thing. Where is it going, this stuff? It's not stopping. Okay, got it. So in the Satya Samhita, it is said, sometime it is found among exalted personalities like Lord Brahma that the wife and children are not a cause of bondage. On the contrary, the wife actually helps further spiritual life and liberation. See this point here? Nonetheless, most people are bound by the knots of marital relationship, and consequently they forget their relationship with Krishna. So this is the point here. If you remember Krishna, then everything becomes all right. But if you forget Krishna, and there's a lot of room for that, family life, to what? Forget Krishna. Then, if you remember Krishna, then yeah, first class, no problem. So how to do that? That's also explained here. In this verse, those who engage in auspicious activities in devotional service certainly understand that the ultimate enjoyer or beneficiary of all activities is the Supreme Personality of God. Third, when one acts, he offers the result of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and passes life always engaged in the topics of the Lord. Even though such a person may be participating in family life, he is not affected by the result of his action. See this point here? So if you keep Krishna is center in the house and offer your activities to Krishna, then is not affected by the result of his action. That is the saving grace. So if you don't become Krishna conscious, then the family life will become very much conditioned. And it will give you untold headaches and problems. Many, many headaches. Cannot bear with it. Actually, the amount of suffering that the yogi God suffers in the Himalayas is not as compared to the household. If you don't become Krishna conscious. This learning lesson. Yes? No. See how Lord Ram came as a man and he came, took a wife. How much problem he had? Yes? Is it not? Right? But solution that you bring everybody to, then yes, saving grace. Understand? There's one more verse, huh? You know, anyone knows? 7:15, 75, is it?
There's no 75.
Huh?
There's no 75 verse in
76, huh? 74. 74? Let me see. Yeah, this is the one. This process of chanting the holy name of the Lord is so powerful that by this chanting, even householders, grihasthas, can very easily attain the ultimate result achieved by persons in the renowned order. Maharaj Yudhishthira, I have now explained to you that process already. See? Huh? This is Shastra. This is what? Even householders can very easily attain the ultimate result achieved by person in renounced order. So that's a solution. That's a what? Solution. You have to become Krishna conscious, and becoming Krishna conscious means to chant, and chanting is very, very. Doesn't mean that you chant and you sleep, huh? No, that's not work, Hello? Huh? Chanting means what? To follow everything, and it should be no problem. But if you don't want to do these things and you want to live like a very happy householder, like just like, what is that fable? So and so met together and they happily live ever after. This is fairy tale, It's not going to work. If you really want it to work, the solution is this. You got to become Krishna conscious. And you got to follow the rules. Not that householder we all can sleep. No. And you're going to, because when you sleep, then the Maya will come in. Maya will what? Yes. And then you already have explained, householder life, you're developing all the bad qualities. Yes. Correct? You want me to show again? You remember? You look surprised. You want me to show the verse again? All these bad qualities that come in? Yeah? 5, 18, 14. Yes? You remember? Everybody looks very... All right, we'll go through again, Narasimha Devi sang this verse, remember? Oh, therefore, oh demons. Prahlad is saying. Therefore, no, this is spoken by the residents of the... Prahlad is the leader of that, yes. So-called happiness of family life and simply take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Narasimha Dev, which are the actual shelter of fearlessness. Entanglement in family life is the root cause of material attachment, indefatigable desires, moroseness, anger, despair, fear, and the desire for false prestige, all of which result in the repetition of birth and death. See this? So if you just don't want to become Krishna conscious, then this is the end result. So better be safe. It's not that you cannot be a family man. Nobody says that. You can. Practically, there's only 3, 4 this color, and everybody is what color? The white color. This is majority is what? Household. So that's a solution. The solution is to become Krishna conscious. And I've explained to you the surrendering process. Yes? Right? All the relevant verses of the surrendering. Did I explain? Is it clear? No response. Something is strange here. What's going on? Not getting enough prasadam here or something?
Because
Yeah? Too much. Oh, yeah, fasting. That's why you are morose. So you understand? Do you understand? Yes or no? Yes? And I've explained to you how, especially for householders, how to make it right. Yes? And you will have no problem. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it easy. What is that? He said? What is it? Stay in your house. Yare deka, tare kaha, Krishna upati. That's it. And this way, I will always be there with you. So try to understand. This is not difficult, but you have to become a little bit uh, determined. That's why brahmachari training is very important. So why? Why we push you? Hey, wake up, don't sleep, this, that. Why? Because when you go into the household ashram, there's a very good chance of sleeping. Yes? So when you go and sleep, then what will happen? All these bad qualities will dangerous. So that's why it's very important. Training becomes strong. And this way you maintain yourself and eventually you go home back to that's all. That is process. But if you think that no, we are householders, it's all right, it's see, sleeping there. All right, it's all right. Huh? Then what will happen? It'll become all right. That's it. You take another birth. Yes? And to be careful. So please take this a little seriously. Not so much. Just wake up in the morning, chant your rounds, do a little puja. Yeah? Prabhupada has given guidelines. And keep association of devotees. And this way your life will become successful. No doubt about it. It is not that it cannot, it can. All right, I think I've taken your time. Any question? You want to add something? And
In the surrendering process, or accepting things favorable, not doing anything outside of pleasing the Lord. But in the Grihastha, there are bound to be duties about field maintenance. So then how it seems to be contradictory that when you're in an ashram where the relationship is also based on the material body, therefore you have to maintain materiality. And at the same time it says that by chanting Hare Krishna, by putting the Lord in the center, one can achieve perfection. It seems to be contradictory. And also, even though one is in the Grihastha ashram, one can attain the perfection of sannyasi, but at the same time, Prabhupada speaks of compulsory renouncing family life at the age of 50. Why these points seem to be completely different?
so this is the verse for that. Just give me a minute. So here you can see this way it is explained. This verse is pretty much similar to the 7, 5, 23, 24. One should hear, glorify, and meditate upon the wonderful transcendental activities of the Lord. One should specifically become absorbed in the appearance, activities, and qualities of the holy name, the personality of Godhead. Thus inspired, one should perform all of one's daily activities as an offering to the Lord. One should perform sacrifice, charity, and penance exclusively for the Lord's satisfaction. Similarly, one should chant only those mantras which glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all of one religious activity should be performed as an offering to the Lord. Whatever one finds pleasing or enjoyable, he should immediately offer to the Supreme Lord and even his wife, children, and home. and very live air he should offer the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This?
So then, how does father receive the wife and children? It's not here.
As long as you are in Krishna conscious activities, then everything becomes spiritual. The moment you try to exploit for your sense gratification, then it becomes material. That's now he was saying that verse, what is that? Vancha, iron and kama. Atmendriya priti, kama. Krishnendriya priti, prema. So this is in our hands. Whether we want to make it Krishna conscious or we want to what? Make it. So there's a fine line in the householder ashram. You can just go this way or that way. So therefore, if you are doing an activity only for the pleasure of the Lord, then you are safe. As Bhaktisiddhanta say, I want to have hundreds of children. Yeah? If I can have Krishna conscious children.
Still, he remained brahmachari.
Huh?
Still, he did not get married.
Yeah, because he's smart, no?
So then, why the stress on compulsory retirement if this is the
No, actually, in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never wanted this compulsory retirement. He said, the Brahman, he said, I'm burning in this what? Family life, I'm burning. Please relieve me. He said, I will go with you. Said, no. Huh? The Brahmana was talking. Do you know? I'll go to the verse. Oh, seems to be in another dimension. What is that? 7:1. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in his house taking prasadam, this is what the Brahmin said, No, this is not the 126, I think. Prabhupada said also in the purport that it's very difficult for people to give up now because many of them are not trained in the ashram. The Brahmana backed. You see what he says. Yeah. Mhm. I think I have to use the what control, is it? Control, huh? Control it. I got to be gentle with this, I guess. Hello. So here you see this is a very important point that the Brahmana is making. The Brahmana prayed. The Brahmana then began to pray, Oh my Lord, your lotus feet are meditated upon by Lord Brahma, and these very lotus feet have come onto my home. Mora bagera sima na iha khan. Aji mora salkya hai janma kula. Very fortunate that Lord has come to his house. Then you see what he's saying here. This is a very important word. The Brahmana begged Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, kindly show me favor and let me go with you. I can no longer tolerate the waves of misery caused by my materialistic life. See this point here? Yeah, I don't want to stay. I want to come out of it. I want to go. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never said. You see what he said? This is the way you say everybody should, like Shankaracharya. Nobody can join him unless he takes sannyas. Do you know that? He doesn't admit anybody into his ashram if you're not sannyasi. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, see what he says. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Krishna always. This is sannyas. He is a sannyasi. But see what he is saying? Because this is the position of everybody now. It's not possible. It's not. So you stay at home and you chant the holy name of Krishna always. Not only that, he further said, you see this? I want you to read the purport, very important. I'm just keeping the purport. This is the famous verse, Yare deka tareka Krishna upadesh. Amara ajnana guru hai na, tara e desh. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. In other words, he didn't ask you to become Parivaga Acharya. He said you stay at home and become a guru. And teach. If you can teach, you teach. Right? And then you see, he added this other very important point here. He said here, if you do this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further advised the Brahmana Kurma. If you follow this instruction, your materialistic life at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. See that point there? Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, we will again meet here, or rather, you will never lose my company. You see that again? I mean, this is the order of the Lord. If you become Krishna conscious, then you will always be with the Lord.
Then, if one reaches that state of always being engaged and being really fully absorbed in what he has touched, then what is the necessity?
When you see, the moment you are Krishna conscious, then you don't care whether you are in heaven or in hell. It doesn't make any difference for you. Because you're always serving Krishna. And you see your wife as a dear servant of Krishna, you see children Krishna, everything is Krishna, then where's the point of living? No need. Carry on your service, everything will be very auspicious. Blissful, in fact, as she said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will never lose my company. If you engage in this process of preaching, you can preach, if you cannot preach, teach, chanting, give prasadam, something you do, and your life will become very sublime. You understand? No problem. But if you don't do this and you try to use it for sense gratification, then you're going to have a lot of problems. And I'm going to be bothered with your problem. Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hello. Hey, best. You follow this guideline and you will have no problems. No? I don't say you will have no problems. Even you have problems also, you will be able to handle it. You can. What is that verse? Bhagavad Gita, Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadatim tata. That, do you know? Everybody looks a little very strange.
Every time I say something. All right, never mind. We'll show you again. So here I say this verse. This is spoken by the Lord Himself, especially this line. Sukam atyantika yattat buddhigraham atindriyam veti yatra na chaivai. Sita chalati tattvataha yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadikam tata yasmin stito na dukena guruna api vichalyate tad vidvat dukam samyoga viyogam yoga samhitam. In this verse, that you will not be shaken even in the midst of so many problems. Why? Because you have got Krishna. See? In this joyous stage, one is situated in boundless transcendental happiness, realized through transcendental senses, established thus. One never departs from the truth, and upon gaining this, he thinks there is no greater gain. When situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. You understand? So we have to follow this guideline. And you see, whatever happens, you just wake up in the morning, you start chanting your rounds, everything will be back in a secret. This Mangalati program is a benediction for us. It's a what? Brings us to the mode of transcendental goodness. And when you are in the transcendental goodness, all your problems become what? Yes. Have you experienced? Yeah. That's all. This is given by to us by who? Prabhupada. How to come out of this problem? Because problem means Rajagun and Krishna said, this is your greatest enemy. So you should know what's going on. At least you should understand this. And then application, especially the householders, application has to be really strict. A moment spacing out. Finish. Yes. And you see, household ashrama, there are many reasons not to wake up. Either the wife is sick, or the children is sick, or yesterday fighting, something. Yes. If you can just sail through, pick up your beat bag and start chanting, you will see many things will all fall in place. This is the secret. There's no other secret than this. Yes? Hello?
Yes.
Prabhu, very cold, Prabhu, today. Never mind. I 3 days come for Mangalarti. The 4th day I can sleep. I'm gonna have a problem. You understand? Hello? The system, if you do, you will have no problem. Whatever can come. But if you don't do, I don't know what else to say. It's going to be tough sailing, they say in English. You know, in English they say tough sailing. Going to be challenging. Yeah, you remember this? And you make your wife also, and then your children. Because children, I don't know, you cannot force them immediately, the little kids, but gradually, and you'll see, you'll become solid. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if you do this, then you'll never lose my company. And if you have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what's your problem? Yes? That's it. So you think about it and try to apply these things. Now this practical thing is the main thing. Knowledge, theory everyone can learn. But application is what the most
That's why there's jnanam and there's what? Vijnanam. Not just jnanam, there's also vijnanam. Realization, knowledge, practical. Yes, you can do it. It's not that you cannot do, but sometimes you become a little bit weak. So that's when the association must come in. When this happens, the association is very, very important. That's why Prabhupada wanted all householders to stay near the temple, particularly. Because, by together, strength. See? One should learn how to associate with the devotees of the Lord by gathering with them to chant the glories of the Lord. Thus, this process is most purifying, as devotees thus develop their loving friendship and feel mutual happiness and satisfaction, and by thus encouraging one another, they are able to give up material sense gratification, which is the cause of all suffering. See, you see this verse here, very important. As devotees develop their loving friendship, they feel mutual happiness and satisfaction. That's now we read. Those householders, they have been envious. They're like mosquitoes. Yeah, that's now we read mosquitoes. And mosquitoes, the Prabhupada translate as what? Envious. Yes. But here, it is the other way around. By associating, you develop loving friendship and they feel mutual happiness and satisfaction. How's the process? The process is Krishna consciousness. You see the two different things. If you don't associate with devotees and you don't do this, then it's going to be a big headache. There's going to be enviousness, fighting, quarreling, what not, never end. And here, if you take up the devotional service, you see, become loving friendship, and you feel mutual happiness, and you feel satisfaction. And by thus encouraging one another, they are able to give up this crazy thing, material sense, the root cause of all suffering. As Krishna says also, what is the greatest misery? Looking for sex. What is the greatest misery? Looking for? You know where it is? Don't know again. Hello, no problem. Don't know, never mind.
Eleven,
11, 19. Huh? 40 to 45. Huh? The last one. Huh? So here you see in this part here, Krishna is saying to Uddhava,
the real misery is to be imitated in searching for success.
huh?
The real misery is to be imitated in searching for success.
Yeah, I'm coming to it. Better I put it up, Everyone must do this. We're not longer here. I'll just go to that verse.
11, 19, 40. 40, 47. You put this up down, it's going.
It's going down by itself now. It likes to do work for me.
No, it's not. Not 40. 40.
So here you see this verse. Actual opulence Hare Krishna.
Today you should use the function and down.
Option,
Function and down.
function and down key. Yeah?
Press this down.
Real happiness is to transcend material happiness and happiness. And real misery is to be implicated in searching for sex pleasure. See this thing? Real misery is to be implicated in searching for sex pleasure. Yeah? Clear? You understand? Of course, if you're going to use sex pleasure for procreation, dharma avirodo, kamosmi, no problem. But if you're going to use it for your sense gratification, then you're going to be trouble. You're going to be what? Not the only householders, even you. Watching what? Watching what? Watching sex life. What? Huh? Inside the verse. So please try to understand the whole material world is messed up because of this one thing. What is that? Shackles of this material life is what? Explain it. And Prahlad said, if you can give this up, you will get opulence as great as the Lord. You know the verse? I'm going on and on. 7, 10, last one. I'll just finish and never end. If you can just give up this sex pleasure, huh? I think it's 9, maybe 9, no? Or maybe 11. Well, let me see. Here. 9. Oh my Lord. When a human being is able to give up all the material desires in his mind, he becomes eligible to possess wealth and opulence like yours. See? But that's what we need to work on. And we are on the path. It's not that we just keep chanting and following this direction and automatically, what is that word? Detachment will come into your heart. What is that? 1, 2, 16, 17. What is that? Krishna in the heart, very quickly he cleans you like a what? Vidunoti suhat satam. What is that verse? Sunvata sakata Krishna punya sravana kirtanam. Hridaya antasto abhadrani vidunoti suhat satam. So that's the process. We are in the process of hearing and chanting. It is not that you're not taking the medicine. We are taking the medicine. It's a question of how it is going to purify us. That's all. It's a matter of time. Because sense gratification cannot work with Krishna. In the time as you go on doing this more and more, it will eventually become nullified from your heart. It will happen. It's not that it will not happen. It's a question of time. And be patient. What to do? Okay? Meantime, chant, pray, continue service. Huh? Yes? Hello? And of course, there's one more verse before. Even though you happen to fall down. Happens, accident, right? You know the verse? Huh? What? You know this verse? All right, this consolation is on you. Please take this verse very well. Remember this verse. Must remember this verse. Having awakened in the narrations of my glories, been disgusted with all material activities, knowing that all sense gratification lead to misery, but still been unable to renounce all sense enjoyment, my devotee should remain happy and worship me with great faith and conviction. Even though he is sometimes engaged in sense enjoyment, my devotee knows that all sense gratification leads to a miserable result, and he sincerely repents such activities. He said, you know, okay, I fall down, but never mind, you carry on again. Carry, repent, cry, move on. Understand? But doesn't mean that you take this verse and remember only this. You have to push yourself also. Yes? Hello? All right, I think I'm going a lot of time. Thank you very much. I hope you. Some more questions?
We have two fathers. One is actually Gardama, one is Nandamara. Gardama, even though the Lord has born as his son, he gave up and took sannyas. Nandamara, son, Krishna don't even want his father to go for a pilgrimage and come back. He did everything in Vrindavan.
Listen,
How to
listen. If you are with Krishna, then everything is there. So Krishna is teaching that if you got me, you get everything. Why you have to go here, go there for what? You understand? So that is to be understood. That Krishna is coming to do his lila to show you that I am everything. Yes? You have to take shelter of me. You don't need to go here, go there.
why Gardama left this?
Who?
Why the Gardama left in Kapila born as
Because he wanted to, there's an explanation there, Do you know, ma'am? In that verse, Prabhupada is explaining, right? What is that verse? Why he left? Because he had to show, although Krishna is in his house, he wanted to go to do the ashram. Huh? Because he, huh? What is the number? Let's read the purport. What is the verse? 3, 23, is it? 3:23, 24. In the purport, Prabhupada explaining, although he is born in the house, he still had to go. And even he goes also, he has the Lord in the heart, It is not that the Lord is he left at home and he's going out of the. You understand the point? He's still carrying the Lord with him as he goes also. You follow? What's the number? You got it? 324? 3? 324? Kadama Muni was to leave his family life to completely engage in the service of the Lord. But since he knew that the Lord himself is Kapila taking birth in his home, as his own son, why was he preparing to leave home to search out self-realization or God realization? God himself was present in his home. Why should he leave home? Such a question may certainly arise, but it says that whatever is spoken in the Vedas, whatever is practiced in accordance with the injunction of the Vedas to be accepted as authoritative in society. Vedic authorities say that a householder must leave home after his 50 year. Pancho Urdavam Vannam Rajat, one must leave his family life and enter the forest after the age of 50. This is an authoritative statement of the Vedas based on the divisions of the social life into 4 departments of activity: brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. Kadama Muni practiced yoga very rigidly as a brahmachari before his marriage, and he became so powerful and attained so much mystic power that his father Brahma ordered him to marry and beget children as householder. Kadama Muni did that also. He begot 9 good daughters, one son, Kapila Muni, and thus his household duty was also performed nicely, and now his duty was to leave. Even though he had the Supreme Personality of Godhead as his son, he had to respect the authority of the Vedas. This is a very important lesson. Even if one has God in his house, in his home as his son, he should still follow the Vedic injunction. It is stated, Mahajana Yena Sagata Panta. One should traverse the path which is followed by great personalities. Radha Muni's example is very instructive, for in spite of having the Supreme Personality of Godhead as his son, he left home just to obey the authority of the Vedic injunction. Radha Muni states here, the main purpose of his living home while traveling all over the world as a mendicant, he would always remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart, and thereby be free from all anxiety of material existence. In this age of Kali Yuga, sannyas is prohibited because persons in this age are all Sudras and cannot follow the rules and regulations of sannyas life. It is very commonly found that so-called sannyasis are addicted to nonsense, even to having private relationship with women. This is the abominable situation in this age. Although they dress themselves as sannyasis, they still cannot free themselves from the 4 principles of sinful life, namely illicit sex life, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. Since they are not free from these 4 principles, they are cheating the public by posing as swamis. In Kali Yuga, the injunction is that no one should accept sannyas. Of course, those who actually follow rules and regulations must take sannyas. Generally, however, people are unable to accept sannyas life. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stressed, Talau nasteva 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 tatinya anyataha. When they say there is no other alternative, no other alternative than to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. The main purpose of sannyas life is to be in constant companion with the Supreme Lord, either by thinking of Him within the heart or hearing of Him through oral reception. In this age, hearing is more important than thinking because one's thinking may be disturbed by mental agitation. But if one concentrates his mind on hearing, he will be forced to associate with the sound vibration of Krishna. Krishna and the sound vibration are non-different. If one loudly vibrates Hare Krishna, he will be able to think of Krishna immediately. Anyway, the point is this. You understood the point? So not that he left home, he didn't have the Lord with him, as I have explained. He's always carrying the Lord all the time. So there was no separation from him in the house or everywhere. You follow? But this kind of giving up is not, Kali Yuga is not recommended. Just now I showed you the story of the Brahmin, he wanted to go, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, maybe you take sannyas. Huh? Hello, he wants to be different. Huh? What? No, one of them is sent back home. Until your parents die, you don't come.
So it depends upon the person.
Yeah.
He sent back home.
So you cannot take it as a conclusive order of the
What?
to be in the house and chant.
It is mainly for everybody.
Common public.
If you read the Bhagavad, the Chaitanya, this was the instruction Chaitanya Mahaprabhu grabbed to all the people he went around. Did you read the Bhagavad? See? It's not that particular house he said, no, you come with me. Did he say like that? Come on. So you have to understand, this is a general thing for everybody. Because how many people want to come and listen? Don't talk so much. How many people want to come and join? Huh? Send them home. Hello. Go get married and there's many waiting there. You just go, get married, happily stay at home and chant. Hello. Yes. Anyway, those who can surrender, we're not saying no. But those many people are difficult. Even they become this flashy light color, After some years, again another problem. You know why the brahmacharis have to wear this color?
Human like people are very-
It is because the Bhakti Siddhanta said, he wanted, because the Ramakrishna mission, they all were wearing saffron color. So he find that our brahmacharis are wearing white. Problem? So he made, okay, all wear saffron. You know that? Actually, the saffron color only for who? Sannyasi only. Why the color? Because now I'm finished. I'm going to die. No more, nothing. That's the idea of this color. You follow? The whole meaning about it. I think in the purport Prabhupada explained. All right, so we stop here. Some people are asking so many questions. Anyone want to answer? You're at liberty to answer this. I I have made my point very clear. I think yes, yes. Okay, good. And stream Hare Krishna. All glories